Beautiful Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for July 5th of 2026. My little buddy Chippy came in to say hello to you all. He has his own channel. You can check it out. I'll put a link up here that you can click. He's got almost 5,000 subscribers, you guys. Sparky, you want to say hi too? Sparky had some requests recently. They said more Sparky. We want to see Sparky. So here he is, guys. He's going to be making an appearance on Chippy's channel soon too, right, Sparky? Okay, good boy. All right, guys, I've already shuffled your deck, and we're going to see what's coming. I'm going to pull these by feel. This is the Celestial deck, and I think it's pretty fitting for Sagittarius for sure. So let's see what's coming. Thanks, guys. Dogs really do help ground energy, and I'm always glad when they come in to help. Okay. Grounding energy is like grounding electricity. Makes things connect. So the first thing we've got is King of Pentacles, guys. Yeah, King of Pentacles. There's something really significant this week coming up for you, Sag, where your energy is going to be very grounded and very, I don't know, a lot of stability. I feel like you're going to feel more stability than you have in a while. And there's something here about your challenge position is something about being maybe a little confused about work. Maybe you feel like you've sort of lost your way a little bit, but we'll see what else is coming up here. Eight of Pentacles reversed and King of Pentacles. Thanks, Tippy. So let's see. What's on your mind at this time is I feel like some of you are wanting to make some kind of major life change, Sagittarius. You're thinking about a big change. And yeah, you might be making some decisions. Here's the Lover's card. This could be having to do with relationship, which is the obvious, but I think what I'm seeing so far is making decisions about your stability and your life, how it relates to resources and things like that. Moving into your past, the Chariot. You know, the obvious thing that strikes me right away is you might be getting a new car. You know, the Chariot can have to do with cars, trips, things like that. Maybe you just went on a trip, you're coming back. Something about the Chariot being in the past right now, but also that has to do with success and opposing forces and things like that. And I do feel like for some of you, that's ending. Like you're not going to feel so opposed anymore. You're not going to feel so much like this strong polarity all the time. I know I complain about that a lot in my quiet moments. It's like, why does there have to be gravity? Why, you know, things like that. But I'm just kind of joking about it. But seriously, there's something about, you know, like why does there have to be dark to have light? You know, I have an issue with that. You know, so I don't know. I think there's going to be less of that coming up, and I think it has something to do with fifth dimension energy, which we've been talking about for a while, and I know it's coming in slower than we all wish it would. But you know, I think the polarities on this earth plane can be super harsh. You know, I use gravity as an example, kind of. Have you guys ever seen the Last Mimsy, the movie The Last Mimsy? It's about like a little rabbit kind of thingy. And you can see the girl at one point, she's skipping down to the beach and she goes to hop over this big like rock that's there on the shore. And it's just a small rock, and she hops over it and goes, floats, and her brother's eyes get really big. And that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like there was less gravity in that moment. There was this little switch in reality. And odd things started to happen when the last Mimsy showed up for this little girl. It's a really interesting movie. You might be interested in seeing that, Sag. It's some parts of it are really like some of my favorite stuff. That's one of the moments, you know. And I think what I'm trying to say is I think there's going to be less of that with this Chariot, is what I'm getting. Less of those opposing forces that hold you down. More joy and less fear and things like that. You know, in this earth plane, there's so many opposing forces all the time pressing on us. And I feel like going into this fifth dimension, there's going to be a lot less of that. maybe none of that, which seems impossible when you've lived on the earth plane, right? Okay, let's go to your future. Let's go to your future, Sag. What is coming up? In your future, the Emperor. This card's loaded. So this is going to have to do with father energy, maybe an Aries. This could be you just being in control of your life, big time. Because you are wanting some sort of change, and I see the stability coming in, and there's going to be less opposition as well. And you may be leaving some of that opposition behind intentionally. You know, people who opposed you, or situations or living spaces that felt like opposition instead of support. So we've got Two of Cups coming in. Wow, guys, things are coming together. And I feel like it has something to do with this Emperor energy. Look at this Two of Cups next to the Emperor. I feel, you know, we have the Lovers here too, Sag. For some of you, this is a love reading. For some of you, I feel like there's new relationship definitely coming in here. Two things coming together, and you could be connecting with somebody who is going to create some sort of big change that I feel like is on your mind with this Judgment. Not even to the end of this reading yet, and we're going to clarify. So there's a lot coming through right away on this. Something about your stability, being very in control of your life, things coming together, making decisions about if you want changes in your life and things like that. And I think a lot of you do at this time. Why is this card standing out? Six of Pentacles. This card was just laying here like, hello. want you to pop out here. This is a gift from the universe, having to do with things coming together. The universe is helping you. I do feel like some of these opposing forces that you have been having to push back against, and there's so much I feel like there's been so much resistance, Sagittarius, for you, like pretty much your whole life, pretty much the whole time. I feel like there's been a lot of resistance for Sag, and you came in with your sword, you know, you came in, actually your bow and arrow, but you came in the space of holding truth for things, which has not been popular overall. You've been a mirror for people. You've been really having to push back against things. And I just see now it's like there's a gift from the universe. The universe is like, finally, we're going to help Sagittarius. Sag has done a lot of work, and I feel like you're being rewarded, and there's a gift coming in. This gift is things coming together or new relationship. You know, Two of Cups can very much be some sort of happiness, you know, feeling of love and that sort of thing. Very heart-centered. Cups have to do with emotions, of course. I know many of you Sagittarius are readers yourself, so you know what I'm talking about here. So, other people are seeing you as Eight of Wands, Sag, at this time. Seeing you as a very good communicator, seeing you, maybe they're listening to you, and not even the way they're seeing you, but they're listening to you finally. I feel like in some ways your truth has finally gotten out there. Finally people are believing what you've seen for a long time, because a lot of times you're way ahead of other people. You're ahead of the pack, so to speak, you know, and it takes people a long time to catch up. Okay. You know, I'm Sagittarius too, and I know for sure that's been true for me. You know, people are just now, you know, with all this awakening and truths coming out on social media, finally coming around to see what I've kind of been saying for the last 20 years and been called a kook, you know, a conspiracy theorist and all these things. And now it's so much of this stuff is like just common knowledge. Like people are like, well, yeah, we've known that for the last year. I'm like, oh, okay, glad you caught up. Right? If you know, you know, Sag. So here's Two of Wands in your hopes and fears position. I feel like you're hoping for new opportunities. And Strength card. Wow, this Lion. So there's something about you having more inner and outer strength. Something about you being restrained about different things that you do. This is your final outcome. And also for a smaller portion of you, you may be connecting with the lion beings. Yes, I said lion beings. Okay, so I'm going to pull these cards up and get you some details. I want to go back and look at this because for some of you, it's major life changes in general, with having to do with your work, your stability, where you live, like bringing in more stability. But I feel like a lot of you want to do it in a different way. There's the Lovers card here. For some of you, there's new relationship coming in, Sagittarius. And I would say finally, because I know Sagittarius, a lot of you have really gone through the ringer with relationships. It's been very difficult. I think a lot of you have been sent false twin flames. I think a lot of you have gone through abusive relationships where people challenged your strength and challenged your truth, didn't like your truth, didn't like what you reflected back to them, even though you didn't mean to a lot of times. Just, you're like a walking mirror. So let's see, let's switch decks. I'm going to go to my Wild Reflections deck and see. Let's go back and clarify King of Pentacles. And Sag, by the way, I'm so glad you all are here. I love reading for you. I really feel like you all are my soul family when I tune in with you. So we have got Seven of Wands. So I feel like you're setting a boundary here for some reason. Seven of Wands. I get the sense with your stability, with this King of Pentacles, you're guarding your space. You're guarding your resources at this time. Let's go over to Eight of Pentacles reversed. I'm really curious about that one. So if you're guarding your resources and yet you're feeling like you can't keep going the course, you need to do something different. Like if you've been an entrepreneur and you have your own business, I feel like you're like, can I keep doing this? Is this sustainable? Have I changed my mind on what I'm teaching? Things like that. I feel like you're questioning your passion, your previous passions. I feel like you're questioning them. It's clarified by the Knight of Cups. Hold on. What? What does that mean? Wow, and the High Priestess. This is really interesting, Sagittarius. Some of you, like I said before, are tarot readers, and you might be questioning what you love, or maybe you've gotten a new love offer. With this Knight of Cups, the obvious is, this is a romantic offer that has come in, and you being very psychic at this time. But why are you questioning your passion? You may be questioning your passions. Hold on. Questioning if you want to do a new passion. Questioning if you want to separate from someone or situation or what you've put a lot of work and time into. Three of Swords, clarifying. Eight of Pentacles here in your crossing position. Yeah, there's something new coming in that I think you're going to really, really love. I think you're getting some kind of new offer, and it's creating a change. You might have to change your business. Your passions for whatever may be changing to a new passion, because you're getting some sort of an offer, new love. Ace of Cups and Knight of Cups and High Priestess, so which is showing me you're very, very intuitive. Of course, Sagittarius is. Eight of Pentacles reversed, and this is all in your challenge or conflict position at this time, Sag. That is really interesting. There's a pearl inside that oyster for you. I feel like it's something you haven't seen yet, but I think you're already questioning, do I want to keep doing what I've been doing? Do I want to do something new? And what's on your mind is a major life change. Okay? Let's look at this. What is this Judgment? Clarifying Judgment. It's clarified by the Three of Wands. Yeah, because you're seeing some new opportunities at this time, Sag. You're definitely seeing some new opportunities, and it's on your mind. It's on your mind. You might be having your coffee, sitting on the porch, looking out at the water, or wherever you are, wanting to look out at the water. Maybe you're on vacation and you're thinking about this. You're like, I think I want to do something new. Where are the new opportunities? There are these new opportunities. Could I develop those? It's all about making decisions, and I'm going to clarify the Lovers next. It's all about making decisions, or falling in love, or wanting to be in love, or wanting to get married. Maybe some of you have had an offer, like a, let's get married offer. Okay, is what I'm getting, a proposal. There's some, and it is. Yeah, the guides are telling me that's the right word, a proposal. There's been some sort of proposal, and it could go to marriage. It could go to a new job or business. Like, do you want to come run this business for me? Or, hey, do you want to start this new business? Or there's something about something you'll love, considering changes, putting down roots, trying to decide between a couple of things. And, 10 of Cups is super happy. It is the marriage card. It's a happy family, happy home, promise of really good things coming in, promise of peace. And I know Sagittarius hasn't had a lot of experience with peace. It seems like there's always something coming in to bug Sagittarius. Some drama is magnetized to you for some reason. Let's look at Chariot. Why is Chariot moving into the past? Let's see. Chariot's moving into the past because you're getting out of the state of limbo. You may have been feeling really stuck for some time, like standing on your head. Again, opposing forces. Let me see what else. Let me get one more on that. Opposing forces, 10 of Swords. So the Chariot's clarified by 10 of Swords. I think a lot of your opposition was coming from some sort of a ending. 10 of Swords, it can represent all kinds of things like divorces, bankruptcies, betrayals, all, family betrayals, anything, narcissism you dealt with family members or whatever. And I feel like it's kind of kept you in a state of limbo, and that's moving. This is a movement card. Moving away from opposition and that sort of thing. That's moving into your past. So let's go over to the Emperor. This is in your immediate future, Sag. The Emperor, like building your kingdom, being in charge. This can be connecting with an Emperor who is an Aries, maybe for some of you. Does represent Aries. Somebody who builds bridges. And I do mean it could be physical bridges or emotional bridges. And we've got 5 of Cups here. Clarified by a betrayal. Almost like you're building some sort of a new kingdom around yourself coming up in the immediate future because there was a betrayal. Yeah, it goes right along with that 10 of Swords I pulled that's moving into the past. And a King of Wands. Yeah, so there was a betrayal here that led you to wanting to build your kingdom and connecting with this new energy, which can be a father energy. It also could be that you were betrayed by a father energy, or there will feel like some sort of sadness coming up around a father in your immediate future. Take it as it resonates. It's a little fuzzy and it's a little different for everybody because I don't know how to explain it except it's spread out. Okay, feels like this energy is kind of spread out over a lot of large differences, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining this right. But then there's this King of Wands who comes in, who can be a very fiery, passionate sort of person at the same time. So I feel like there's 2 things coming in here. Sagittarius, there's connecting with King of Wands. There's this Emperor energy who could be Aries. And when I clarified the Emperor first, this 5 of Cups came up, like sadness or, I don't know, some kind of sadness or loss or grieving and things like that. But also, we've got King of Wands. Let me clarify King of Wands too. Hold on. And this is, in your immediate future. King of Wands represents 10 of Pentacles. Again, stability. You know, we started out with King of Pentacles. So I feel like around this Emperor energy, we've also got a younger King of Wands person and stability. There's stuff going on here. There's sadness, there's also stability. There could be a family business. This could be why you're questioning, for some of you, if you want to do something different work-wise. There's a lot here, Sag. There's a lot here because it depends on your various individual situations, but I will say in a collective reading, hold on, there's so much in this. There's so much in this little bit here coming up in your immediate future. There's a father, there's a King of Wands, there's sadness, and there's also major stability with a 10 of Pentacles. So we've got father energy really strongly, and we've also got a very fiery King of Wands who can be a fire sign. You know, I'm getting a lot of Aries, Leo energy, you know, and there's Leo card here at the final two, the Strength card. I haven't gotten to that yet. Hold on. Somehow this moves you forward in your goals. There's a little bit of feeling some grief or sadness or even betrayal for some of you. Here, there's a lot here. All right, hold on. Let me keep going, because I don't want to get stuck there, but I want to get you more on it too. So things are coming together. If we move forward into your more extended future, we've got 2 of Cups. So hold on, let's see. 2 of Cups. Two of Cups is clarified by good news. There's Page of Wands. So there's going to be some good news coming in about things coming together for you. And this is on out, you know, toward probably throughout the month of July. Okay. And, you know, I like to look at the pictures on these Wild Reflections cards, because they always look like people. So take a look at this, because I feel like whoever's bringing you this good news may look like that. This may be somebody you know. This could be a woodsman, somebody who camps a lot, stays out in the woods. You know, he's carrying an axe. He's getting ready to chop some wood. Chop wood, carry water, you know, things like that. And it could be you're coming together with that person. This could be a love relationship coming together, and he could be a King of Wands for you, who's in your immediate future. He could be the bringer of good news, okay? All right, let's look at 6 of Pentacles, which is right next to, this one popped out all on its own. So let me ask what that one's about. It's a gift from the universe, maybe paying off debt, maybe a gift of money. Wow, maybe a gift of someone. Here's the Lover's card, Sagittarius, for the second time. It was over here too, in your energy. And it was clarified by the 10 of Cups. Sag, for some of you, many of you, I feel like there is love relationship, a really important one that may have to do with marriage coming in. It's a gift. So if you're interested in love, and I'm not saying all of you are or should be, okay, I'm just saying here it is. This is a gift from the universe. Okay, let's go to 8 of Wands. People are seeing you. How others see you is a good communicator, like you're moving ahead, you're successful. It's clarified by the Ace of Wands. Look at this. This card is so pretty. Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands is all about a new beginning. Like the universe is handing you something. Go, here you go. Here's a bunch of new energy. What do you want to do with it? All right. And yeah, this is how other people are seeing you. Like you're in this new beginning. Maybe your life is looking like it's blooming. You know, there are things like that. This is how other people are seeing you right now in this new, happy, idyllic kind of new beginning. And this is a little bonsai tree. Big things in small packages, you know. And this could be them seeing you as you're going to get out of that small package and you're going to expand. You're not going to have let anybody keep you small as well, okay? And there's a hummingbird on this too. Okay, let's go over to Two of Wands, Sag. This is such a big reading. Wow. There's so much here. So much here. I almost feel like, you know, last week's reading was about a psychic vampire that had come in and really tried to drain you or did drain you. This week, you're back. Sagittarius is back big time this week. Your energy is just like through the roof this week. I feel like that psychic attack came in last week because it felt this coming in this week. It's almost like that's how it happens. It comes in to like try to steal your joy. You know, it feels that ahead of time. It's like, let's get a jump start and go ahead and drain it now, you know. But it didn't. It's here. It's here for you because nobody can steal your joy like that. Maybe temporarily, but not long term. Here's some new opportunities. I see you hoping for new opportunities. They're obviously here. This is like one of the best readings I have ever gotten for you, Sag. The deeper I get into this, the better it gets. So your new opportunities are going to help you get out of any kind of state of anxiety. And I think you've been having some anxiety because you are either looking at the new opportunities or you are hoping for them. Let's go to your final outcome, which is the Strength card. Strength card for Sagittarius. I get the goosebumps on this, Sag. Wow. So weird. I got such a reaction to this Fool card coming up with the Strength card. So, whole new path. I got the goosebumps. I felt super happy emotion. Like to the point I got tears in my eyes when I pulled this card. And I don't even know what it means yet, but I'm tuning in to ask. Okay, wow. Okay, so you're totally going on a new path. It's interesting. We have a lion and a fox here. So this is you, Sagittarius, skipping along on your path. Notice her red dress. She's full of passion. And I've talked about new passions here. New passions. Something's changing for you. There's a whole new path, okay? There's a little warning, of course, with the Fool to watch where you're stepping. Don't go skipping off the cliff because you're so happy. And watch out for that little fox who might be a little sly fox, even though he's awfully cute, okay? And the Strength, it's clarifying the Strength card. It's clarifying you maybe feeling like restraint at this time, okay? Restraint, so you won't go skipping off the cliff. And also it's having to do with leadership and your inner and outer strength. It may be that this whole situation's putting you in a stronger position in your life, which you've wanted because it's new. Stronger, new position going down this path, Sag. Wow. Okay, there you go. This is what's coming up for you in today and through July. Okay. So I am going to definitely take this over to the extended. If you are interested in that, I'm going to do a deep dive on all of it, but especially this part about the Father, the Emperor, the King of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups really has me wondering, as does the Ten of Pentacles. All of this in your immediate future. I'm going to deep dive on this specifically, and we'll see what else comes up about the Lovers, maybe new work, your passions changing and that sort of thing. Okay, so if you're interested, there's I'll put a link up here, the little I. You can click that and it'll take you to it. It'll be on Shopify, on my Shopify store, and also you can now get it in the membership under the Extended Readings membership program, and you can get all of them there. Okay. So anyway, check it out. All the details are below. And maybe I'll see you over there. And if not, thank you so much, Sag. I'm so happy to give you such a good reading today. This is amazing. This is epic. All right, you guys take care. I'll see you over. Bye.